Hi everyone, welcome back to our home. It is fantastically 11:18 p.m. on Wednesday night. Thursday night. It's late. Coffee hasn't helped me yet. It'll kick in a second. And we are married and still talking.
Yeah, and I'm happy we're still talking, especially today because it's school holidays, lots of mess, lots of fun. We had a big weekend. And yeah, it's not a given that we'd be sitting and having a conversation now, but I'm excited that we actually do get to sit and chat.
And there's also lots of mess was in the past because I came downstairs and you had actually turned this place into a beautiful science lab.
Eventually?
Yeah.
A science lab.
Clean.
Clean.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Michali, talk to me. We haven't spoken in a few days because there's been a lot happening at school holidays been busy. So let's take the opportunity. Tell me what's on your mind.
For tonight just happened to be on my mind.
Yeah, I'm yet to hear this actually.
Okay, who takes the garbage out?
In our house?
In general, who should take the garbage out?
Well, we can just talk practically about our house. I'm pretty sure that I take the garbage out. And
but when you came home, what was standing at the front door?
Well, finally, I actually came into the garage. I just had my front door key.
Oh, that's funny.
But,
you didn't see it. Well, there are 2 garbage bags waiting at the front door for you.
That's funny. Well, yeah. So the garbage in our house, it's quite interesting. It's amazing how it happens that from the bin, when it gets full, it doesn't just go by itself to the garbage bin. So either I take it out to the garbage bin, or we've got this cool contraption where it lifts itself up out of the bin and places itself down on the floor in the kitchen, tied up. And then you sort of have to get the hint that, you should probably take it out. If you don't like the smell, it's probably time to take it out. So who should take out the garbage bin?
No, I always take out the garbage if I'm decent and it's not nighttime. But if it's scary outside, then I don't know. You look so shocked.
So send him out. Give him the risk. Let him face all the criminals out there.
I think you look a bit more intimidating than I do.
I've been working out.
Yeah, you're big. But the idea of who should take the garbage out?
Well, I don't think this was a conversation we've ever had before, or we've never discussed who should take it out. I think we sort of fell into roles, and probably my guess would be that you have in an army situation, you've got the fighters, and then you've got all those who are the technical support around them. So I'd say that if we take the army and place it into our kitchen, you are the foot soldier in the kitchen.
I was going to say I'm the backup.
No. Well, I think you're the main person in the kitchen and cooking, and obviously our kitchen with all the kids and hosting is quite a busy kitchen.
Yeah.
And I want to feel useful and certainly want to help you, but I'm not allowed in your kitchen.
Yeah, I don't quite let you in there.
Yeah, so even when I've tried once or twice to
when we were
get
dating,
in there, then you don't quite like my company there. So I feel like I want to help in some way. And
the bins.
Garbage bin is there and it's big and heavy, and I'm obviously a very strong person.
Yeah.
As you can see. Well, I want to help in some way, and so that's how
you don't
I help.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself. You do the dishes. You do tidy up.
Yeah, so I help.
It's not like you do nothing. You do a lot.
No, I do. But while you're in the process of cooking, I see you standing there for a long time, and I think, what is obvious? You know what I mean? Like this, I'm sure there's
obvious, easy, in your face.
Yeah, well, yeah, it stands out as something. This is a way that I can help you.
Okay.
And it's that simple. I guess if I could, is it fantastic that I take out the bin? Probably not, because you're doing all the work in there. So this is just a symbolic gesture of love, which it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm not obviously I'm doing it for me, but I'm doing it for you.
But I usually take out the garbage. You only take it out if I take it out and leave it in the kitchen on the floor. like, Jen, have you ever taken the garbage out of the garbage bin, or have you only taken it from the floor?
No, it's because we invested in this contraption that lifts it out of the bin by itself and places it on the floor.
But when you think of taking out the garbage bin, do you like remember taking it out of the bin or just off the floor?
But so that's the beauty of technology. You don't have to think about it.
I'm serious. Do you ever take it out of the bin, or is it mostly off the kitchen floor if I leave it there for you?
I get the hint very clearly when it's on the floor. But I have taken it out. I do take it out. Like maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just wondering.
But like on a day-to-day basis, when I'm here, like around the kitchen, usually I'm on a mission, right? I'm here to get food, or
find the chocolate,
or get the chocolates, or obviously that is a mission because I don't know where you hide my chocolates. So every day it's in a new place.
Well, I found the hiding place for my lollies today.
Oh, did you? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you can hide them again. I don't mind.
Thank you. So, I thought this was going down the path that I take the garbage out and I'm a good husband, but I guess I
think we both do it.
So anyway, it's probably important we have this conversation because there's things that you're holding
but
in
that
are bottling
thankful.
up.
I didn't realise that you were actually taking the bin out from inside the bin.
Of course I did.
Thank you for doing that.
It's my greatest pleasure. It's the least I could do. When the technology doesn't work, I've got to pull my weight.
Yeah.
So when you take the bin out, do you think to yourself, Brad should be doing it?
No, I don't. I don't really think about that at all. If I can do it, I do it. If I can't do it, I can't. Also, when I take the bin out, it's because I usually need more space to throw more rubbish away, so I need it out.
So let me ask you a question.
No, but the times that I take it out and I leave it on the floor...
Yeah, so that's something...
I know you're going to take it. I know you're not even going to feel bad to take it. But like...
if you don't think about it usually to take the bin out of the bag out of the bin...
I only do that if I'm like in my pyjamas. I don't want to go out on the front porch like that. Or if it's nighttime and I'm scared. I think in the daytime, if the bin is full, I'll take it. Yeah, I throw the bin away. Yeah.
So...
But the idea of like who should take the bin out, not what we do, because I think it's not that exciting how we do it.
Well, first of all, I've got to say I do appreciate that it's nice not to be thrown a role by the other person, that without having a conversation at all, you just walk in and there's an expectation that you do it. I think I appreciate knowing that you take it out. Obviously more than I knew before, and I appreciate it because it says to me that you don't just throw it onto me. Now it's okay for you to throw it onto me after a conversation. Did you think that I just like throw it onto you on the floor by like? I just thought that was part of our.
Did you think it was disrespectful?
No, I thought that was you needed the bin space and you weren't going to go outside, okay. And so it's like this is the hint, like it's going to be in your face if you don't take it out. It motivates me to do it, to know that you have done it before. And I guess if it wasn't for this conversation, I would have no idea. So
it's good we had this conversation.
So like honestly, after this conversation, knowing I'm quite happy now to look out for the bin getting full, and then go and taking it out because
it's okay. Nah, I don't like when the bin's taken out and it's not totally full. So don't do that. Only throw it away if it's outside on the floor. So I'll do it otherwise.
So surprisingly, it doesn't sound like this conversation was here to give me a hint.
No.
No, okay. So it was actually to discuss it.
I actually just thought, what can we discuss?
Oh, fine.
No hints, don't take out a half full bin.
Okay, fine. That's interesting. I don't know. So in any relationship, who should take out the bin? What do you think?
So I'll tell you, what I don't get excited about is the idea that things have to be done equally. I have to do it half the time and you have to do it half the time. If I'm cooking 3 days a week, then you have to cook 3 days a week. I don't love that idea because...
3 plus 3 doesn't equal 7 though.
No, well, for firstly, I know the last days can be the kids.
Okay. All right, sorry.
Because firstly, it assumes that there can be equality. It's like, well, 1 second, he's working, she's working, like they both have different roles. She's tired from the kids, he's tired from whatever he's doing, or the other way around. So you're not starting off on an equal plane. Just whoever feels up to it should do it. If you feel up to it, making dinner, if you enjoy making dinner, make it. If you're both hating it, then talk about it and discuss how you can both make it work and figure out where each other are at. Like, are you extra tired? Is that why you don't do the cooking? Do I even want you in the kitchen or not?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And number two is that I feel like the whole notion of equality, that people should do equal amounts of something, is there for when people don't get along. It's you guys don't love each other and don't want to do it out of the kindness of your heart. And so therefore let's set up a structure where you both have equality. We both have equal giving so that no one can say, I've been the bad one in the relationship. Like genuinely it should be, oh wow, my husband's been so busy with whatever he's busy with, I want to make him dinner. Or the other way, or shame, you know, what you said before, my husband's so busy in the kitchen, I want to take out the bins. It shouldn't be like, oh, you did this and now I have to do that. It should, like in an ideal relationship, it's not, you never think about equality. You never think, oh, well, you know, it's just okay, I want to do it and I'm going to do it now. And then if two people are working like that, it works out well.
That's why I clean up a lot. Because I like a clean house. But B, I know that if I don't do it, you're going to come down and you're going to see a mess and then you're going to have to clean it up. So actually doing it for you like motivates me.
Yeah, you said that to me the other day, not just on camera.
No, it does. It happens all the time.
No, you do.
That's why I do it.
You're kind and you don't want me to have to get stuck with everything.
No, it's because I love you and because I want to. When you love someone, you want to help them. But I also think that you can easily get sucked into the opposite. And I think that where you didn't do it yesterday, so I'm not going to do this now. And then so we're just going to leave it until someone does it. Like that. I think that's a very negative place to go down, and I'm sure that happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think the way that you get out of it is very simply, it's just by giving. I think that, this concept of just giving and going above and beyond is like...
But that's hard. Just stop right there, just to describe that sort of situation.
Yeah.
That's, you are both in a situation where both of you are expecting that the other's going to do it. It's, I'm going to leave it because you need to be doing it.
Yeah.
It's not nice to feel like someone's expecting you to do something. You only feel a bit like a slave. You feel like you're controlling me. You believe I should be doing something. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's actually very hard to get out of.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very hard to give from because you don't feel like you're giving. You feel like you're being taken from.
I know, but it's true. But in the long run, I think that's the only way that's going to work. Because,
I agree.
Let's say, this is hypothetical because it's not true. But let's say you weren't making dinner because in our family, you're the one that makes dinner, right? So let's say for days you hadn't made dinner. So I don't know what my options would be to feed anyone. I don't know what I'd do in the kitchen. But for me, it would make the most logical sense to say, all right, from now on, I'm going to make a huge effort to go and cook. Yeah, and then you'll see me working really hard and trying really hard, and then you'll be like, okay,
yeah, I would feel
help.
bad. The minute I would see you working in the kitchen, I would kick you out and get back into it.
But it's like the way to motivate, not that you're doing it to manipulate, but the way to motivate the other person to actually want to do it is for them to see you like, hey, you doing it, that's not really the thing that you usually do, but you're doing it now because I'm not doing it. I probably should.
Yeah. Definitely. If you don't mind, I'll tell a personal example.
Of how amazing I cleaned up?
No. So just of that sort of dynamic, where there's expectations on you or you feel a certain way. So I was going to Sydney.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm about to talk about?
Yeah, this was fight number 67.
613.
Oh, 613. Yeah.
So I was going to Sydney, and in my mind I was...
And you were going to Sydney with two of the kids, and I was going to be here with two kids.
I was going to Sydney with three of the kids, one of which was a few months old. No, 7 weeks old.
Okay, but I was home with two kids looking after them while you could have a great time.
Yes.
Yeah, which was my pleasure.
Yeah, and you did a fantastic job. You were a super dad. You're good. I'm not bringing up a conflict so that I can have a go at you. I'm not going to do that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I hope you're joking. Yeah, okay. But so what happened was I was focused on that. Okay, I'm going away, packing bags. I think it was busy before. I don't remember the details. And I hadn't prepared food for you. And you came home and it was literally the night before, and you said to me, you said something along the lines of, Michal, you didn't leave any food for me. You're going away now, and I'm here with the two kids, and I don't know how to prepare food. Something like that. And I remember feeling like, but it was a little bit a little bit stronger than that. It was a bit like I would have expected that you would, like Michal, you're in charge of the food.
I was genuinely worried because I didn't want to give the kids toast.
And you sort of had the expectation that I would do it without any conversation, etc.
Right. Correct.
So I was, focused on going where I wasn't in my best self. So I got very offended. Like, what do you mean? You expect me to do it? You could just say it, whatever. We had a little bit of a brawl.
A brawl implies something very particular, Michal.
Really? What's a brawl?
A brawl is, let's just say, physical violence.
Yes.
So let's just, for the record, say that there was no physical violence, nor has there ever been.
There was a little bit of emotional brawl.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Otherwise known as a fight.
Yeah. So, like, at that point, I was thinking to myself, it is so easy for me to right now go and prepare food. I have food. I have everything that I need to just go and put food together. But I don't like that you've just put me in a place where I expected you to do something, Michal, and you didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Don't you love me? Which was sort of all part of the conversation.
Guilt always works.
There was a bit of guilt in there, like, don't you love me? Anyway, and so I didn't like that place. But one side of me was saying, just because you've expected, and I was like, of course you can. Of course you can make food. It's not hard. You'll figure it out. You go on Dr. Google, you'll figure it out. You'll make it work. Like, I'm going away, I also have to look after us, and that you can do it. It's you and 2 kids, bit of pasta, bit of this. Not so how you figure it out for a few days.
I'm schwitzing even thinking about it.
But the other side of me was saying, like, the only reason that I wouldn't right now cook you things is just to make a point of it. It's just because you put me in a place and made it like, oh, I expect you to do that. But what got me out of it was I thought to myself, that is not me. Like, I genuinely would like to make you food. It hasn't crossed my mind yet, and I probably should have earlier, but like, I would, like, if I was true to myself, I would right now make you food. The only reason I don't want to be true to myself is because you've put me in the place of, I expect you to do something.
Yeah. And
so you disappeared for a bit, and I put together all this different food, a few dishes for you, and put it in the fridge, and it was done. You're welcome. I was happy you had something to eat. But the idea was this, is that what you said before is that what gets you out of that place of, oh, I expect you to do it, you expect me to do it, is just giving. If one of you needs to give, and it will motivate the other person to give. Yeah. But I think underlying it is you either have the ability to look at it as, I'm in a place of, oh, I have to listen to him because he's expecting something of me. Or you can choose not to think of it like that. What do I want to do? Oh, I actually do want to be a helpful person. Or I do want to be the one that takes out the garbage. Or I do actually want to help out with, it's like, even if you're in that situation, you can still choose to rise above it and just say, well, I actually do want to do that. Sure. And so I can do that anyway.
What I learned from that situation as well was that you actually have, like, you have goodwill, like, you want to help. Like, when have you ever said no to doing whatever you can to help me and to help our family? Like, you always try, like, do go above and beyond. What I learned was that you can't, just because you got an expectation from someone, like, just because you think that it should be done, that, first of all, that's not true, because that person doesn't have to do it. And number 2, if you would like them to do it, then ask them in a nice way to do it. Meaning, ask them, let them feel like they're doing something nice for you. Because if it's not an expectation, that means they're doing a good deed. So what I learned after being bashed was, but it's an important lesson.
I didn't bash you, did I?
Huh?
Did I bash you that time? No.
Yeah, that's over here. So honestly, I learned that if you ask someone, let's say, even if I'm tired, like the other night, I was really tired, I came home late, and you were like, the house needed a bit of work. I said, Michali, I'm really tired. Do you mind if I go upstairs and just and have a shower and get into bed? Or do you need me? And you said, go do what you have to do. I'm happy to do it by myself.
I was happy.
And there was an example where you were happy to give to me, but it wasn't from a place of, I'm expecting you to do it, like, leaving it to you.
Yeah.
But like,
I was also very grateful, because you could have come home and been disappointed, which would be a natural response. You'd been busy, you'd been active, and then you come home and the house is messy and it's late. Like, I had time to do it. And you know that the kids go to sleep at a certain hour. Like, I could have, you could have been disappointed, which I was expecting that natural response, and you didn't have it. So I was like, I was so happy.
But can we just, for the sake of my own self-pride, just make a mention that I actually
you do a lot
in the house.
You do tons. And you do tons with the kids, and you're always there for support. And
what else? Sorry, just remind.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you do. You're amazing. But I have to say that, like, there are times where you, for whatever reason, will do less of the helping out. But I don't think, oh my gosh, I'm doing it all on my own. Or I might have that thought for a little bit. But then I think, you know what? I'm just going to do it, because clearly he's got a lot on his plate. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's work, sometimes it's whatever it is. I'm just going to do it. But that is what motivates people. And like, I feel like it's so easy to be this relationship where you're always thinking about what the other person's thinking about you. But like, you want to be independent, which is, you want to know what you want to be like. You want to know what you want to be doing. Like, it's independent. I take pride in looking after my family. I take pride in cooking. I take pride in all of that. That's what makes me feel good about myself. I like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I like that. I think that's so important.
Two independent people that keep on reminding themselves what type of husband or type of wife they want to be, and they just go with that.
I like that. Rather than what should I be doing? What does she expect me to do?
Yeah.
What's fair? She did this and this, so I should do this. I like that a lot. I think that's very powerful. But I think what that means is that a person needs to take a second. I need to take a second and say, what type of husband do I want to be? And almost write it down to say, this is the type of person, husband, father I want to be. And then it doesn't matter what. And also this applies to kids as well. I know it's like maybe a different topic, but it does apply to kids. What type of father do I want to be? Like, I want to be patient, number one. Because if I want to be patient, number one, and that's just who I am, well then that sort of sets the tone for, doesn't matter what the kids are doing, I'm a patient father. Doesn't matter how much they're pushing me, doesn't matter how much they deserve, I don't know, that I go crazy at them. No, I'm a patient father. Just like I'm a patient husband, or I'm a husband that takes out the garbage. Because that's what I do. It doesn't matter what else is happening, this is who I am. Yeah. I think it probably just, a person needs a bit of time though, just to, I don't know, just to develop those things inside of them.
I think we idolize these pillars of equality, of justice. We don't realize that equality and justice are not the highest value. You need that when things aren't working. Even with our kids, it's, you did the wrong thing, you're going to get in trouble. It's like, it's always, I have to give you equal to what you gave me. We're like that with people and like friends and community members as well. You did this to me, I can't give you more than you deserve. It's like, that's not the highest value. The highest value is whatever you want it to be. If it's compassion, if it's patience, if it's giving, if it's love, you choose what your highest value is. But like, it's always, what are the expectations in a marriage? What are the expectations in how can you divide the roles nicely?
So it's like there's this big battle between justice and kindness. And they're both the exact opposites, because if you go by justice, well then, if you didn't do that yesterday, well then I'm not doing it today. If you go by kindness, well then it doesn't matter what you did, I'm just going to do it anyway.
There has to be some limit, because you can't be taken advantage of. It can't be a relationship where it becomes a bit abusive, where one person's giving and the other's not. Like, what do you do if the other person's not putting the value of kindness before everything else? And I think that is sort of where you draw the line. There has to be respect. You need to be respected in your actions, and you need to be appreciated for what you do. And if you aren't, well then, there's almost room to make a point of the good things that you do. I do that all the time, and I like it. I like you to know what I've done, and I don't do it because I want you to count everything and know how great I am. I want you to know what good I've done for you, and I'll tell you, that I tell you everything that I do. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, and you need to do, because it's you want it to be recognised and respected, and you're doing it for the other person. You want them to know that you've done them something.
It's like if you buy someone, if I bought you a gift and it just arrived at the front door without a name on it, then you wouldn't be able to appreciate that it's from me. Whereas when I come and do something in the house, that is, it's a gift that I'm giving to you and to our family and to ultimately to myself as well. But it's a gift, and I want you to know about it, and it should be recognised. And I think probably it also makes sense that the more the other person says thank you, and the more there's appreciation, the more you feel like, I want to do it again for them.
Yeah.
But I think that, like going back to what we said before, I think that every person does need to sit with himself and say, what type of husband or wife or father, mother do I want to be? But I also think that there's value in sort of having a conversation like this, that where people actually sit down and have a conversation, and also not just about these topics specifically, but about with each other, about what type of husband or wife they want to be to each other. And I think it's nice when you hear also from the other person what type of, in my case, what type of wife they want to be. Because it sort of, I don't know, it awakens something inside of you as well.
Is it the partner's business? Like maybe there's something nice to say about it being your own thing. It's your own private promise to yourself of what type. Because again, you don't want to enter the territory of expectation.
Yeah.
So I've told you I want to be this, and you're like, hey, well, Michal, don't you remember you said you wanted to be compassionate, and now look at how horrible you're being. Like sometimes there's room for privacy in a relationship. There's room for, this is something I'm working on. I don't need to tell you all my goals, my personal goals, even in the relationship. I can, I will tell you what I've done.
Yeah.
I will tell you what I've accomplished. But I don't always have to tell you all my dreams of how it...
Yeah,
I think there's room for space as well with that sort of stuff.
I just think that I feel like you just see a deeper side of the other person when you see the type of person they're trying to be around you. And I think it's beautiful, and I think it's like for me, like it lifts up our relationship, and lift up our home, knowing that I'm trying to be this person and you trying to be this person, and that just to me it sounds like
we do that. We do every now and again. Like I'll tell you...
Maybe not every detail, but you're right.
Every now and again we do actually say... I'll say, Brad, there was a situation where I could have responded like this, and I didn't because I really want to be more like that. Yeah. I've done that. We've both done that sort of thing.
By the way, that's a nice way to tell off someone, in a nice way, because I get the message, but it's not pointed at me. But anyway, that's another topic about getting subtle messages and hints across.
I wasn't trying to give a hint across.
No, I know, but but it does also become a hint.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, good, Michali. So I need to go. Sorry, I need to stop here because I've got to go take out the garbage.
Yeah, this sitting over there for you.
But if it's half, I can't.
It's wrapped up and ready to go.
So if you come to our house and you see a list of rules next to the rubbish bin about how the laws of the rubbish bin in the home, you'll know exactly...
Only take it out if it's waiting out for you or if it's very cold.
Thank you. Anyway, Michali, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for all those times you took out the garbage.
All those times sounds like those 5 times.
But thanks for taking out the garbage all the time.
It's the least I could do.
You're the best.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's now almost 12 o'clock. The caffeine is wearing. So thank you very much for listening. Please let us know who takes out the garbage in your home and if the laws of the garbage taking out are as complex as they are in our home. So
look forward to speaking with you next time.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be so long.
Same time next week. Bye.